We're going to take a look at a custom function to select notes. But before we do that, let's take a look at the built-in select notes function for Studio One. And I'm going to select a range of notes here. And right-click, select notes. Now this works fine. There's really nothing wrong with it. The only problem I had with it personally was trying to determine the correct note length range. I mean, here I've selected a bunch of notes. Now, this is a modal dialog, so I can't zoom in now to look and see. I have to go back after canceling it and look at one of these notes and say, well, how long is this note? It can be tricky to find the correct note length setting, especially with different time signatures. And again, once you're zoomed in like this and you open a dialog, you can't zoom out and look and try to figure out what the note length is. So I found myself trying different things here, hitting OK, missing, coming back, open the dialog again, hitting OK, missing, and I just got tired of doing that. But other than that, this dialog is fine. And to put this in context to what I'm about to show you, the main purpose of the custom script was to not have to worry about the note length, to not have to fiddle with that, to allow an existing selected note to be the reference length for the note selection. So let's take a look at the GUI first, and I'll explain what it does. Select notes by length is the command name. You'll find this under Musical Sections Global, Select Notes by Length. To explain the GUI, it's going to match the length of the selected reference note, which is the note you selected to fire this function. And it'll select all notes the same length as this note with a tolerance of 1/32 in this case. You can change the tolerance. And it's set to part, which means it will only select notes in this part. In Studio One, a part is a MIDI clip. For example, if you split a MIDI clip on the timeline, you would have two parts. So it won't select across the entire track. It will only select inside that one MIDI clip or part. The other option here is bar range. It'll select from a low to a high bar range. You can see bar 32 is where this note is. It fills this in automatically from the selected note. And I'm going to go to bar 52. 32 through 52 is going to be the range I want to work in. And that's the trade-off, where with the built-in function, you can simply select a group of notes to restrict it. Here you need to enter a bar range. In the bigger picture, I feel that not having to worry about the target note range in the beginning is worth the trade-off. I'm going to cancel this for now. I can show you what we're doing here. So in this range from bar 32 to 52, we have a lot of short notes, but they're different sizes, as you can see. Different size short notes. So I'm going to use different sound variations for those two different size short notes. Now normally on a track like this you would have a sound variation of long, which will be the default. And I'll go ahead and zoom out here. So no matter what you do sound variation wise to some of these other notes, it will always default back to long. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to take a look at this note and right click and select notes by length. And 32 through 52 is the bar range with the tolerance of 1/32. Click that and you see it selected all of the notes except those little tiny notes and only in that bar range. So I'm going to set those to staccato. Let's play this. Still sounds horrible because we haven't done anything here yet. Let's go back here and select notes by length and same bar range. And it only selected those short notes in that bar range. And we're going to set these to spiccato. Let's play this again. That sounds much better. So that's the function in context. I think that'll come in handy as a possible option that may be more flexible, or in some cases it may be easier to use than the built-in function. And let me reiterate that the built-in select notes function is fine. The only potential issue is trying to get the selection that you want on the first go around in the dialog. Unless the note lengths are quantized, you may not get the selection that you want in the first few attempts. In that regard, using a specific note as a reference for the length can speed things up.